Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another evening's trivia with the two fellas. This is online pub quiz number 28. I wish I could animate this picture. That would make the evening quite interesting. Anyway, for you podswords, you actually have to look at me rather than that magnificent painting. So welcome back everybody to another evening's trivia with myself, Simon, and the two fellas. Our bearded marker of this evening is Mike. Welcome to all teams who are returning, and also welcome to all teams who are trying out our online pub quiz for the first time. Just to go over some of the ground rules before we get going. Team sizes maximum of 8. No cheating. That means no Googling, Binging, Yahooing, Ask Jeevesing, etc. No search engines throughout the entirety of this quiz. Beneath in the description, beneath the video you are now watching, you will find the links to the answer papers. Each answer paper will open up at the beginning of the round that it corresponds to. At the top of that, the first form to fill in, and please make sure to do this, is your team name. Make sure that you keep the team name the same throughout the pub quiz. That's spelling, hyphens, accents, etc. Just to make the marking that bit easier for Mike. As you come in, say hello in the chat. It's always nice to see which teams we have present before we get going. Oh, that's hot. Oh. Yes, and do good is my advice. Do good. We'll get going very, very shortly. We'll just give chance for people who are getting their drinks and finishing their dinners to get ready, and then we'll get going. The quiz itself is built of 4 rounds. We begin, as always, with our easier round, where we'll go through a range of general knowledge before going on to our theme round. Our theme round that constitutes round 2 is this week on discoveries. After the discovery round, we will be discovering music, where you will hear 10 covers of popular songs throughout the ages, well, of 20th and 21st century. And then finally, we'll go on to round 4, which is our harder round. Again, 10 questions of general knowledge, just ramping up the difficulty on the previous. So say team sizes of 8. Make sure you go to the links in the description. If you miss any of the questions as we're going through, you can always write into the chat, and we'll be happy to respond with the questions, not the answers. And also, you can always scroll the little red line beneath your video stream back if you've missed anything. But if you do so, make sure you drag it all the way back to the right so that you're fully caught up and you don't miss out. At the end of every round, I'll announce a time into which you have to get your answers submitted by. If they are not submitted by that time, they will not be marked and the scores will not be added to your final tally, which will be a massive hindrance considering the scores that we get every week. Last week, it was won by the House Martins, who returned to the top as sole winners with an outstanding game, scoring 39 points. So let's see what can happen this week and who can topple them from that perch. Just have a quick chat at the chat. Hola, Anna, Florian, And Nina, nice to see you here. Nice to see we've got over 80 people already tuning in and watching. If you enjoy this pub quiz, don't forget to hit the like. And also, if you feel that you can, go through PayPal and donate to ensure the Two Fellas keeps going. You can donate to the Two Fellas with the address donate at twofellas.beer. Also, if you enjoy this quiz, share it. Share it with your friends. Get more teams together, and we'll get more competition. It's always greatly appreciated for people supporting in any way that they can to keep the Two Fellas going. And we'll be online pub quizzing for the foreseeable future, it seems. Oh, you had to steal the blanket from the dog. Oh, well. Hola, Body Mass Index. Good evening, Flip. And KTP, good to see you. Alright, let's, without further ado, get those first answer papers open as we go into our first round, the easier round, and we begin with round 1, question 1, that is... The Catcher in the Rye is a novel by which author? The Catcher in the Rye is a novel by which author? That is your question 1. Good evening, Peter. Question 1, The Catcher in the Rye is a novel by which author? Move on, question 2. Question 2 is, what is the currency of Thailand? What is the currency of Thailand? Is your question 2. Question 2, what is the currency of Thailand? Let's move on to question 3, which is, can't get you out of my head, spinning around, the locomotion are hits from which female singer? So can't get you out of my head, spinning around, and the locomotion are hits from which female singer? It's nice. It's nice and hot. Yeah, yours, yes. So question 3 one more time. Can't get you out of my head. Spinning around and the locomotion are hits from which female singer? On to question 4. which is Frances McDormand won Best Actress at the BAFTAs recently. But for which 1996 Coen Brothers film did she win her first Oscar? So Frances McDormand won Best Actress at the BAFTAs recently, but for which 1996 Coen Brothers film did she win her first Oscar? That's your question 4. Christina says too easy. Just wait. Just you wait. Okay, on to question 5. Who plays Captain America in the Marvel series The Falcon and the Winter Soldier? So, who plays Captain America in the Marvel series The Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Question 5, one more time. Who plays Captain America in the Marvel series The Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Question 6 is what is the French noun used often in film and theatre studies to refer to the placement of everything before the camera or eye, including set design, lighting, costumes, and placements of actors, etc.? So, what is the French noun used often in film and theatre studies to refer to the placement of everything before the camera or eye, including set design, lighting, costumes, placement of actors, etc.? So, question 6, just one more time. What is the French noun used often in film or theatre studies to refer to the placement of everything before the camera or lens, including set design, lighting, costumes, placements of actors, etc.? On to 7. To which country that has a coastline on the Adriatic does this national anthem belong? Very shortly, turn up your volume. I will play a national anthem. You have to tell me to which country that it has a coastline on the Adriatic does this national anthem belong? Here we go. So which country that has a coastline on the Adriatic does this national anthem belong? So to which country did that national anthem belong? A country that has a coastline on the Adriatic. I'll give you a minute to think about that. Okay, let's get on with question 8, which is, what is the highest mountain in Japan? What is the highest mountain in Japan is your question 8. Question 8, what is the highest mountain in Japan? On to question 9, which is, in which comedy would you find Biggus Dickus? In which comedy would you find Biggus Dickus? Question 9, one more time. In which comedy would you find Biggus Dickus? And on to question 10, the last in our first round, which is, the Bishop of Urgell and the President of France head as co-princes which landlocked microstate? The Bishop of Urgell and the President of France head as co-princes which landlocked microstate? Those are your 10 questions for the easier round. That brief moment of difficulty in the center, we can all blame on Christina there. Have your answers in by 25 past the hour. Answers in by 25 past the hour. You must click submit by then. If you're enjoying the pub quiz, don't forget you can always donate via PayPal with the address donate@twofeathers.beer. You can also order beer and pizzas from the Two Feathers on Friday nights and Sunday nights. Open from 5 until 9:30 in the evening. If you want to pre-order, you can go through twofeathers.beer and place an order, and that will then be received by those in the pub. There are also special offers on at the moment as well, but if you want to keep up the special offers, make sure you follow the Two Feathers on Instagram. You'll also then get updates about the pub quiz as well as hints to the theme, which sometimes may come a little bit later in the week, depending how quickly my brain decides to come up with a theme. You've got less than 3 minutes to get your answers in. Less than 3 minutes. If you've missed any of the questions, don't forget you can always slide the slider at the bottom of the video back and get a little preview of what questions you've missed. But always make sure that you are fully dragged over to the right, or you can refresh the stream to make sure you are completely catched up and you don't miss out on anything. Less than a minute now to get your answers in. Less than a minute to get your answers in. Now, Mike is marking this evening, so as soon as I say answers are locked, it means that the answers will be locked, and he will be passing judgment on your answers that you've submitted. And then at the end, those will all be tallied together, and we'll have a proper readout of the scores. One of the few pub quizzes online that I know of that actually mark, just give it a little bit special character and such. Where's the dog gone? Dog not in here? Oh, okay. All right, it's 25 past. That means we are going to move on with the answers. Answers for round one. The Catcher in the Rye was written by J.D. Salinger. The currency of Thailand is the Thai baht. You Can't Get You Out of My Head, Spinning Around, The Locomotion are hits from Kylie Minogue. Frances McDormand won Best Actress at the BAFTAs recently, but she won her first Oscar, one of two, for the 1996 Coen Brothers film Fargo. Captain America is played now by Kurt Russell's son, Wyatt Russell, in the Marvel series The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The French noun used often in film and theatre studies to refer to the placement of everything before the camera or eye is mise en scène. 7. The country that has a coastline to which you heard the national anthem of, that has a coastline on the Adriatic, is Slovenia. Just the tiniest little coastline. Oh, yeah. The highest mountain in Japan is Fuji. The comedy that you would find biggest Dickerson is Monty Python's The Life of Brian. And the Bishop of Urgell and President of France head as co-princes Andorra. Those are your answers for round 1. So without a further delay, we're going straight on with round 2, our theme round, which I'm pretty sure the next slide you see will probably say mystery, but that was last week. It's actually discovery and every. Next week will be memory. Yeah, that's something I don't have much of. Round 2, question 1. What is the name of the captain whom, in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, is credited with the discovery of Atlantis? So what is the name of the captain whom, in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, is credited with the discovery of Atlantis? You really just need to know, just name the captain from that book and film. Once played by James Mason. To answer this right. It's... No. Yeah, you're thinking of Treasure Island there. That's true. So what is the name of the captain whom, in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, is credited with the discovery of Atlantis? So just name the captain from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. The main captain. Played by James Mason once. And many other famous people, I'm sure, throughout history. I think the first film version of it was in like 1901 or something. Very early on. Maybe 1908. No, the microphone is right here. Okay, let's go on to question 2. Which is, archaeologists announced earlier this week I missed off a Y. Discovery of the largest ever ancient city discovered in which modern day country? So archaeologists announced earlier this week the discovery of the largest ever ancient city. They've now proclaimed it as this lost city of gold. In which modern day country? I've seen pictures. Pompeii shouldn't feel threatened at all. No, it's not. It's not really as impressive, but they are saying it is the most impressive find since another famous find from the same country. So, which country announced that they discovered the largest ever ancient city in their own country? I didn't phrase that very well. Oh well. Apparently they found it sometime last summer, and they've just been sat on it for a while. hoping that nobody would notice. Let's move on now to question 3, which is: in the original language version of the 2000 classic, The Road to El Dorado, which actors voiced Miguel and Tulio? So, in the original language version of the 2000 classic, The Road to El Dorado, which actors voiced Miguel and Tulio? The two principal characters searching for El Dorado, or accidentally end up in El Dorado. Them and a horse. Huh? Yeah, you are. Yeah. So, question 3, one more time. In the original language version of the 2000 classic, The Road to El Dorado, which actors voiced Miguel and Tulio, the two main characters in that film? One is a great English thespian, and the other one is an American. I don't know what else to say about the other one. Okay, let's move on. Question 4. Coming from the ancient Greek for "I have found it," which Greek mathematician exclaimed "Eureka" as he ran naked through the streets of Syracuse? So, coming from the ancient Greek for "I have found it," which Greek mathematician exclaimed "Eureka" as he ran naked through the streets of Syracuse? That's Syracuse in ancient Greece, not Syracuse in, is it New York State? I think it is. So I'm sure there's been many frat people running through a university city in the United States naked at some point. Yeah, New York. Central New York. So coming from the ancient Greek for "I have found it," which Greek mathematician exclaimed "Eureka" as he ran naked through the streets of Syracuse? That's your question 4. Moving on, question 5 is: in which Star Wars film does Luke discover that Vader is his father? In which Star Wars film does Luke discover that Vader is his father? Zorg or something in Toy Story 2? No. So question 5, in which Star Wars film does Luke discover that Vader is his father? Question 6. Oh, that's hard to read. A device first described in a Chinese text called the Mozi around the 4th century BC. What is the Latin name, the common name, of this device? A direct translation of which would be dark chamber. So the device was first mentioned in the 4th century BC, and the literal translation of its name from Latin is dark chamber. What is the Latin name for it? The device was first described in a Chinese text that's known as called the Mozi around the 4th century BC. What is the Latin name of the device of which a direct translation from the Latin is dark chamber? Let's get on to question 7, which is in October 2019. Which other footballer's wife did Colleen Rooney, also known as Wagatha Christie, announce on Twitter was leaking her personal information to the British tabloids? After a long, convoluted tale on Instagram, she discovered that it could only be one person. So in October 2019, which other footballer's wife did Colleen Rooney, also known as Wagatha Christie, announce on Twitter was leaking her personal information or stories from Instagram to the British tabloids? Question 7, in October 2019, which other footballer's wife did Colleen Rooney, Wagatha Christie, announce on Twitter was leaking her personal information, her stories, to the British tabloids? Let's move on to question 8. In 2010, the archives of the Museo del Cine, a copy of which film was discovered, including over 25 minutes of footage that hadn't been seen since the movie's original theatre run in 1927. So in 2010, in the archives of Museo del Cine, a copy of which film was discovered that included over 25 minutes of footage that hadn't been seen, apparently, since the movie's original theatre run in 1927. Very, very famous movie. Very commonly referenced and homaged. That's the TV tower. Oh yeah. Eye of Sauron over Mitter. So, which film did they discover in the archives of the Museo del Cine, which is a museum in Argentina? Did they discover a copy of a film? I can't remember the exact name of the type of print, but it was like a safety print in case the original film went up in flames. But it had 25 minutes of what was previously considered to be lost footage. It now isn't. On to question 9. What is the common name given to the ancient Jewish and Hebrew scrolls discovered in the Qumran caves in the Israeli-occupied Palestinian territory? So what is the common name given to the ancient Jewish and Hebrew scrolls discovered in the Qumran caves in the Israeli-occupied Palestinian territory, other than the Qumran cave scrolls? I've put that in brackets because I was sure somebody would put that. So it's more common and famous name. Only one more question to go on this round. I have no idea what it is. I wrote it this morning. I have no idea what it is. Let's go on to that last question. Which is, which German astronomer features on this stamp? Famous for his laws of planetary motion. Today there is a crater on the moon named after him, a university, NVIDIA's microarchitecture, and a space telescope, as well as 2 operas based on his life. 2 operas. An opera from, I think, the 1910s or so, and then one by Philip Glass more recently. So, which German astronomer features on this stamp? Famous for his laws of planetary motion. Today, there is a crater on the moon named after him, as well as a university, a microarchitecture by the company Nvidia, and a space telescope, as well as 2 operas based on his life. Must be a fascinating life to have 2 operas based on it. Or a tragic. Not Mike Wazowski. Not Mike Wazowski. Right, those are your 10 questions. Have your answers in by 10 to the hour. Then the next round will be the music round, which I also need to take part in because I forgot to fill in the answers in the papers, and Mike will not know unless he guesses himself. So I'll have to do my best to remember. All right, so you got around about 4 minutes or so, less than 4 minutes to get your answers in. And then it's the music round. Weekend. All right, around about 2 minutes to get your answers in. Less than a minute. Hurry up and click submit. Less than a minute. Boop, 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 boop. On what, sorry? Chili, as in like a beef chili. Cheese, cheddar, and probably a herb. Yeah. All right, that's it. Okay, let's get on with the answers. The answers to round 2 are as follows. The name of the captain, whom in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is credited with the discovery of Atlantis, is Nemo. Archaeologists announced earlier this week the discovery of the largest ever ancient city discovered in which modern-day country? It's in Egypt. Apparently, they're saying, I think, trying to get tourism back to Egypt. It's the most important discovery since Tutankhamun. It's It's probably very important. City constructed by Akhenaten III. Blah, blah, blah. City of gold, they're saying. I haven't seen any gold yet. Unless they've taken it away. In the original language version of the 2000 classic The Road to El Dorado, the actors for Miguel and Julio were Kenneth Branagh and Kevin Kline. Kevin Kline followed up his outstanding success in the classic film that also starred Kenneth Branagh, Wild Wild West. The Will Smith Western with, both of those actors were in that film as well. Kenneth Branagh played the bad guy, and Kevin Kline, he played a bad guy from the Deep South with no legs. And Kevin Kline was Will Smith's reluctant partner in his sheriff or something. Anyway, from ancient Greek, I have found it, the mathematician who ran through the streets exclaiming Eureka was Archimedes. It's in The Empire Strikes Back that Vader reveals to Luke that he is his father. The device that is known more commonly in Latin, the Latin of dark chamber, is the camera obscura, first mentioned in the 4th century BC in China. They have them quite all over the place. Yeah. In October 2019, Wagatha Christie, Colleen Rooney revealed that Rebecca Vardy is enough to get the point for the answer, who was revealing her. Since then, Rebecca Vardy has taken Colleen Rooney to court for defamation, and Rebecca Vardy has won. And Colleen Rooney has been ordered to pay £23,000. Yeah. In 2010, in the archives of the Museo del Cine, a copy of Metropolis was found with over 25 minutes of footage that was previously thought lost. Yeah. The common name given to the ancient Jewish and Hebrew scrolls that were discovered in the Quran caves are the Dead Sea Scrolls. And the gentleman you see on the East German stamp there is Johannes Kepler. So there you go. Those are your answers for round 2, our theme round. Mike will now be busy marking away. And now we move on to the music round. So open up round 3 from the description below. And what we're looking for this week is we're looking for the name of the original artist and the song name. You will hear 10 songs. They are all covers in varying degrees of quality. At the end of the quiz, I will link the original videos in the description below if you want to find any of them. You will hear all 10 songs once through, and then you will hear them once again. And at the end, I will announce the time that you need to get your answers in, so you have time to discuss. Once again, the use of phones and anything like Shazam and such is banned. Not that I think it would work anyway. But best of luck. There isn't a theme or anything holding them together. Purely just looking for artist and song name. So, here we go.
This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpiece. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got chunks on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. Too hot, too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot, too hot.
Mississippi in the middle of a dry spell. Jimmy Ryan. Gonna get your hand to ride on, just a piece of lead to bat on. Wouldn't have to fly my kite on. Do you wanna flash a light on? Take a look, it's on display for you. Coming down on today. Did you meet your fortune teller? Get it off with no propeller. Do it on its own but stellar. What a way to finally smell her. Picking up if not too strong for you. Take a piece and pass it on.
Yeah, I'd rather be a lover than a fighter, 'cause all my life I've been fighting. Never felt the feeling of comfort, and all this time I've been hiding. And I never had someone to call my own. Oh, nah, I'm so used to sharing. Loving only left me alone, but I'm at one with the silence. I found peace in your violence. Can't show me there's no point in trying. I'm at one, and I've been quiet for too long.
She's blood, flesh, and bone. No tucks or silicone. She's touch, smell, sight, taste, and sound. But somehow I can't believe that anything should happen. Well, I know where I belong, and nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause she's
All this talk of getting old, it's getting me down, my love, like a cat in a bag, waiting to drown. This time I'm coming down.
I look up from the ground to see your sad and teary eyes. You look away from me, and I see there's something you're trying to hide. And I reach for your hand, but it's cold. You pull away again, and I wonder what's on your mind. And then you say to me you made a dumb mistake. You start to tremble and your voice begins to break. You say the cigarettes on the counter weren't your friends, they were my mates. And I feel the color draining from my face. And my friends say, I know you love her, but it's over, mate. It doesn't matter, put the phone away. It's never easy to walk away. Let her go. It
I think I'm drowning, asphyxiated. I wanna break the spell that you've created. You're something beautiful, a contradiction. I wanna play the game, I want the friction. You will be the death of me. You will be the death of me.
I'm not your friend or anything, damn. You think that you're the man, I think therefore I am. I'm not your friend or anything, damn. You think that you're the man, I think.
everybody look at me. I walk in the door, you stop
up in the city. Got chucks on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. Too hot, too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot, too hot.
Mississippi in the middle of a dry spell. Jimmy Rogers on the Victrola line. Mama's dancing with baby on her shoulders. The sun is set like molasses in the sky. The boy could sing, knew how to move everything. Always wanted more. He leave you longing for.
Gonna get your hand to write on, just a piece of lead to bite on. Wouldn't have to fly my kite on. Do you wanna flash a light on? Take a look, it's on display for you. Coming down on not today. Did you meet your fortune teller? Get it off with no propeller. Do it on its own with stellar. What a way to finally smell her. Picking up if not too strong for you. Take a piece and pass it on. Fly up.
Yeah, I'd rather be a lover than a fighter. 'Cause all my life I've been fighting. Never felt a feeling of comfort. And all this time I've been hiding. And I never had someone to call my own. Oh, nah, I'm so used to sharing. Loving only left me alone. But I'm at one with the silence. I found peace in your violence. Can't show me there's no point in trying. I'm at one, and I've been quiet for too long.
She's blood, flesh, and bone. No tucks or silicone. She's touch, smell, sight, taste, and sound. Oh, somehow I can't believe that anything should happen. Well, I know where I belong, and nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause she's
All this talk of getting old, it's getting me down, my love. Like a cat in a bag, waiting to drown. This time I'm coming down.
I look up from the ground to see your sad and teary eyes. You look away from me, and I see there's something you're trying to hide. And I reach for your hand, but it's cold. You pull away again, and I wonder what's on your mind. And then you say to me you made a dumb mistake. You start to tremble and your voice begins to break. You say the cigarettes on the counter weren't your friends, they were my mates. And I feel the color draining from my face. And my friends say, I know you love her, but it's over, mate. It doesn't matter, put the phone away. It's never easy to walk away. Let her go. It I'm not your friend or anything, damn. You think that you're the man, I think therefore I am. I'm not your friend or anything, damn. You think that you're the man, I think.
Everybody look at me, me. I walk in the door, you start screaming. Come on, everybody, what you here for? Move your body around like an info.
Everybody get your necks to crack around. All you crazy people come on, jump around.
I wanna see you on your knees, knees. You either wanna be with me or be me.
And those are your 10 songs. You now have I'll give you 4 minutes to get your answers in. So 13 minutes past the hour, have your answers in by then. So yes, answers in by 21:13. I hope you enjoyed those jams. It's Mike is very appreciative of everybody getting their names right. Although I feel he may have prodded the beast. We will find out. We saw what happened earlier where Christina said, "This is too easy." Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Jesus. 3 minutes to get your answers in. And then we'll move on to the harder round. Okay. Ow. Claw bit back. Yes. Right. Okay. Though that's Okay, let's go through the answers now for the music round. The music round answers are as follows. Song 1 was Mark Ronson and Uptown Funk. 2 was Alana Miles and Black Velvet. 3 was Red Hot Chili Peppers and the Zephyr Song. 4 was Marshmello and Silence. That was featuring Khalid, but you need only the marshmallow to get the point. If you put only Khalid, it's not enough. Then we had Tao Bachman with She's So High, followed by The Verve and The Drugs Don't Work, Dean Lewis and Be Alright. Then we had a synth pop dark thing cover of Muse and Time Is Running Out. Before, in 9th song, was Billie Eilish with Therefore I Am. And finally, 10 was Nelly Furtado and Maneater. 10 cracking songs for a cracking Friday night. Right, so there we go. Those are your answers for the music round. Let's now waste no further time and move on with the hard round. So the harder round. Let's begin. Question 1. Put these fashion brands in order of oldest to youngest. They are Rolex, Chanel, Dior, and Hermes. Hermes, probably. I'm going to say Hermes. So put these fashion brands in order of oldest to youngest. Rolex, Chanel, Dior, and Hermes. Hermes? Hermes. Who knows? Hermes. Max says Hermes. And then Garrick says Hermes. Many S's. So put those fashion brands into order. Oldest to youngest. You'll get half a point if you get 2 in the right order. You only get the full point if you get all 4 in the right order. Have I lost my background? I've lost my background. Background, come back. You can drop the H if you want to sound French. I mean, you'd also sound quite Yorkshire. Hermes. 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 What is Hermes? All right, if you want to see those again, you can always use the little scroller below the video to scroll back and see them. We'll move on now to question 2. Which former and considered to be the first worldwide intergovernmental organization did this logo represent? It was founded in 1920 and was dissolved in 1946. They put it with some hot water and it disappeared. Oh. Which former and considered to be the first worldwide intergovernmental organization did this logo represent? Founded in 1920. It was dissolved in 1946. Ooh, that. Oh, yeah. So, which former and considered to be the first worldwide intergovernmental organization did this logo represent? Which was founded in 1920. It was dissolved in 1946. Question 3. Named after its postulator, how is this equation known that governs the wave function of a quantum mechanical system? Named after its postulator, how is the equation known that governs the wave function of a quantum mechanical system? So question 3, one more time, is named after its postulator. How is this equation known that governs the wave function of a quantum mechanical system? Let's move on to question 4, which is, what is the title of the 1996 debut album from the Spice Girls? So what is the title of the 1996 debut album from the Spice Girls? She's not even on the bed. So question 4, one more time, is what is the title of the 1996 debut album from the Spice Girls? Let's move on now with question 5. The Master and Margarita is a novel by which Russian author? The Master and Margarita is a novel by which Russian author? And for those who wish for the title in German, there it is. Question 5 is The Master and Margarita is a novel by which Russian author? Afraid we don't have any tequila. Loads of vodka. Oh. Let's move on with question 6, which is how were siblings Diana, Unity, Pamela, Nancy, Jessica, and Deborah collectively known? So, how were siblings Diana, Unity, Pamela, Nancy, Jessica, and Deborah collectively known? Never did work out which one was Beth. Question 6 is how were siblings Diana, Unity, Pamela, Nancy, Jessica, and Deborah collectively known? Move on, question 7. Who is this? A Roman general and politician that lived from 83 BCE to roughly 30 BCE. So, who is this that you see in the statue? I'll make the picture larger. So who is this? A Roman general and politician that lived from 83 BCE to 30 BCE. We'll move on with question 8 now, which is, how is musician Vincent Damon Furnier better known? How is musician Vincent Damon Furnier better known? Question 8, how is musician Vincent Damon Furnier better known? Move on now to question 9, which is, dirty old river, must you keep rolling, flowing into the night? People so busy make me feel dizzy. Taxi lights shine so bright. Are the lyrics from which song? Artist and song to get the full point. Dirty old river, must you keep rolling, flowing into the night? People so busy make me feel dizzy. Taxi lights shine so bright. Are the lyrics from which song? Artist and song to get the full point. So dirty old river, must you keep rolling, flowing into the night? People so busy make me feel dizzy. Taxi lights shine so bright. Are the lyrics from which song? Artist and song to get the full point. That's your question 9. And question 10, the final question of the quiz, is, which EU nation boasts having the largest park? So which EU nation has the largest park? Which EU nation is home to the largest park in the EU? Those are your questions for quiz number 28. Have your answers submitted by 20 to the hour, and then we can promptly get on with the answers and reveal shortly thereafter the winner of this week's quiz. So you've got around about 3 minutes or so to get your answers in. Then Mike will speedily mark away, and then we can get the answers, the results to you as soon as possible. Less than 2 minutes to get your answers in. I think purple is more my color. Yeah? Less than... Eviekins, you coming in? Evie, come on. The nose managed to get halfway through the door. Evie, come on. I wonder if it's the sound of the wind that's whistling through the door a lot. Okay, so what am I doing here? Here we go. Have your answers submitted now. Click submit now. Last chance. I get my lights lined up with my glasses this week. Oh. Going back to the bedroom. Okay, so the answers for the harder round. Oh, where have I gone? The harder round answers are as follows. The fashion brands in order of oldest to youngest, from Rolex, Chanel, Dior, and Hermes, whatever it is, Hermes. Goes Hermes from 1837, Rolex from 1905, Chanel from 1910, and Dior from 1947. Those are the order. If you got 2 in the correct order, you get half a point. If you get all 4, you get the full point. The logo that you see there was for the League of Nations. The equation was by the Austro-Irish scientist known as Schrödinger, and that's the Schrödinger equation. The title of the 1996 debut album from the Spice Girls is Spice. The Master and the Margarita is by Mikhail Bulgakov. That was your question 5. 6 is The Siblings of Diana, Unity, Pamela, Nancy, Jessica, and Deborah were collectively known as the Mitford sisters. Diana Mitford was married to Oswald Mosley, the famous British fascist, former Labour politician as well. Unity shot herself in Germany when England declared war, and Hitler arranged for her flight home. She didn't kill herself. She failed. Yeah. And then, the others were pretty dark as well. 7, the bust that you saw was of Mark Antony, the Roman general and politician. I think the anniversary today is one of Mark Antony's famous losses against the Republic. Vincent Damon Furnier is better known as Alice Cooper. Dirty Old River, Must You Keep Rolling, Flowing Into the Night, the opening lyrics to Waterloo Sunset by the Kinks. And 10, the largest park, the largest national park, the largest park in the EU is in South America. It's in France, in French Guiana, in the Guiana Amazonian Park. So those are your answers to round 4. Mike is marking away, and very soon he will have the results. Hey up, Evie. Very soon we'll have the results, and we can find out who is the winner. Last week, the House Martins won with 39 points, ahead of Christina Aguilera on 37.75 and the Duksha Rota on 35.5. So let's wait and see, and we'll find out very shortly who is going to reign supreme in week number 28 of the Two Fellas Online Pub Quiz. If you've enjoyed this pub quiz, don't forget you can donate to help keep the Two Fellas open during this crisis. You can do so by going to PayPal and donate using the address donate@twofellas.beer. If you're in Berlin and you want delicious pizza and beer, you can go to twofellas.beer and order online on Fridays and Sundays between 5 and 9:30 in the afternoon/evening. And then hopefully soon enough, we'll all get to quiz again in person. Yes, so give us a few minutes and we'll get back as soon as possible. I like it, Dylan. I like it. Sue said, France is so pathetic, always nice to boast with colonial power. And Dylan's response was on that was, France doesn't matter anymore after Daft Punk broke up. Don't forget, for updates from the two fellas, you can also follow them on Instagram. The handle for which is something I always forget. Is it Two Fellas Beer? It's Two Fellas Beer. And currently the offers stand as on Fridays you get 3 for 2. Buy 2 litres of beer, get a third on the fellas. And Sunday you can get 2 pizzas and 2 litres of beer for just €35. So that's again open on Fridays and Sundays from 5 p.m. until 9:30 p.m. Okay, scores are coming in now. cracking 34 teams again. So thank you everybody for attending and playing this week's quiz. It is great to see so many. Mike is just numbering everything for me, so it's easier for me to read out. Still struggle. Okay, so 34 teams fighting for 26 places. They are as follows. Entering late, or not scoring in the first round. In last place, in 26th position, is Team Winsky. Ahead of them, Lurzy and Larry in 25th place with 11 points. In 24th place, we have Two Feathers, One Pub. And ahead of them in 23rd with 13.5 points, we've got Happy Losers. In 22nd, Happy Losers, are Happy Losers going to be happy that they didn't lose? I don't know, that's confusing now. In 22nd place with 14.5 points is The Very Best That No One Ever Was. And in 21st place and 17.5 points is Hexenhunder. In 20th place, we've got April Tools with 19 points. And in 19th place, Living La Vida Lockdown with 19.5 points. In 18th with 20 points, we've got Living La Vida Lockdown. And ahead of them on... Living La Vida Lockdown on 19.5 points. In 18th place with 20 points, we've got Living La Vida Lockdown. Sorry, no, my brain keeps messing up. Rolo Campolo. Ugh, spreadsheets. In 17th place, two teams on 20.5 points is The Better Half and King Sperm. In 16th place, with 21 points, is Panko Connection. In 15th place on 21.5 points. I mean, can they keep coming up with names within their names? I don't know, but they're doing well every week to come up with a new name. This is Bumblebutt, Cumbered Snatch, and the Jizzers. In 14th place with 22.5 points, taking a punt with their name, they underestimated themselves. So in 14th place, we've got Place 18. In 13th place on 23 points is Don't Fucking Clap. Ahead of them with 12 points is with 23 there. In 12th place with 23.5 points is COVID-19. In joint 11th place with 24 points, we've got ZZZ. I will translate for the Americans. ZZZ. And Jimmy Buffett Fan Club. Then, joint 10th place with 24.5 points, we've got Moscow Mule and Lynn's Friends. Now we've got quite a lot of teams coming together. With 25.5 points, we've got three teams in 9th position. They are Team Steve, Deduction Rota, and Butts. Ahead of them, though, with 26 points, two teams. In 8th place, the Mausis and Udo and the Jurgens. In 7th place, on their own, with 27 points, is the Excelsiors. And half a point ahead of them, in 6th place, with 27.5, is Copious Coochie. In 5th place, with 28 points, we've got three teams again. They are Pandemic at the Disco, Nebuchadnezzar, you know who you are, and Fancy Jams. In 4th place, with 28.5 points, is Survivors of Los Angeles. And in 3rd place, with 29.5 points, is Murder on the Pickle Express. Which brings us to our final two. In second place, with 32.5 points, the Balkan Connection, which means our winners and maintaining their title at the top with 35 points in first place is the Mouse Hartins. I don't know if that's purposely spelled wrong or Mike spelled it wrong, but there it is. I read it out as it's written. So there we go. Those are your results for online pub quiz round 28. So there we go. Thank you everybody for playing this week's pub quiz. We will be back again next week with online pub quiz number 29, starting as usual at 8 o'clock Central European time. If you have enjoyed this pub quiz, don't forget, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and go to PayPal and donate to the Two Fellas. We donate at twofellas.beer. On that note, it is thank you from myself and thank you from the fellas. And until next Friday, good night. Long sleep.